Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. No one wakes up thinking it could be their last night on earth. We plan for tomorrow. We plan for next year. We plan for retirement. But very few of us prepare for the night that could be our final one. Death does not send a notification. It does not schedule an appointment. It does not ask if you are ready. It comes at its appointed time, written long before you were born. And yet, Islam teaches us that there are signs subtle, spiritual, and sometimes physical that can appear before a person returns to Allah. Not so we become paranoid, but so we wake up. The first sign is a sudden awakening of the heart. Sometimes before death, a person who was distant from Allah begins to feel an unusual pull toward prayer. Regret becomes heavy. The dunya feels lighter. The heart softens in ways it never did before. Tears come easier. The soul senses something the mind cannot explain. It is as if the veil between this world and the next becomes thinner. For some, this is mercy, a final chance to turn back sincerely. The second sign can be an intense reflection over past actions. A person may suddenly remember old sins they forgot years ago. They may feel the need to apologize, to fix broken relationships, to return rights to others. This urgency is not random. The soul knows accountability is near, and sometimes Allah allows this awareness as a final purification. The third sign is dreams. Throughout Islamic history, righteous people sometimes saw symbolic dreams before their passing. Dreams of white garments, of travel, of meeting loved ones who had already passed. Not every dream means something, but sometimes the subconscious begins preparing the heart for departure. The fourth sign can be a feeling of detachment. Things that once excited you no longer hold the same power. Wealth, status, arguments, grudges, they begin to look small. The reality of the hereafter starts to feel more real than the world in your hands. This is not depression, it is perspective. The fifth sign may be an increase in hardship before death. The Prophet taught that difficulties can purify a believer. Illness, pain, struggle, they can wash sins away like water washes dirt. For some believers, the final days are heavy, not because Allah is angry, but because He wants them to meet Him clean. The sixth sign is a sense of calm for the righteous. There are stories of believers who smiled before passing, who said they saw something beautiful, who felt peace moments before death. The Quran describes angels telling the righteous soul, "Do not fear and do not grieve." That calm is not accidental, it is mercy. The seventh sign is the suddenness itself. For some, there are no warnings at all. A healthy person sleeps and does not wake up. A normal day becomes the last day. This is perhaps the strongest reminder. Preparation cannot be delayed, because your final night may look completely ordinary.
But here is the deeper message. These signs are not guaranteed patterns. They are reminders. Death is unseen knowledge, known only to Allah. The purpose of reflecting on it is not fear alone. It is preparation. The smart believer lives every night as if it could be the last, not in panic, but in readiness. Imagine if tonight was your last night. Would you be satisfied with your prayers, with how you treated your parents, with your private sins, with the grudges you're holding, with the apologies you never gave? If the angel of death stood at your door tonight, would you say, "I am ready"? Most people fear death because they are unprepared. But the believer who lives in repentance, who makes dua daily, who returns to Allah constantly, that believer does not fear meeting his Lord. Because death is not the end, it is a meeting. And perhaps the most powerful truth of all, the night before you die might feel completely normal. You might scroll your phone, laugh with friends, eat dinner, pray Isa and see, "I'll fix it tomorrow." And tomorrow may never come. So what should you do? Renew your tawbah tonight. Pray as if it is your last prayer. Forgive people. Return what is not yours. Speak kindly. Make sincere. Dua, sleep with a clean heart. Because one day, one of these nights will truly be your last. And when that night comes, the only thing that will matter is not how many followers you had, not how much money you saved, not how respected you were, but whether your heart was connected to Allah. Prepare now, not later, because the night before you die might already be closer than you think. Ameen.